reason why it's so good with you is because it's multicultural, right? It's you and me, totally different.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cut!
I was just thinking of this floor right here, actually.
Cut! To discuss 10 differences between a British background or culture and the Jamaican culture that my parents have noticed being in an interracial marriage for 30 plus years. First one is food.
Boy, you can't take the spices.
Yeah.
I can't take the spices, men aren't like eating foots.
So, in other words, the Jamaican culture, we eat skin, we eat, but you eat tongue, because you eat cow tongue.
I eat tongue, but
yeah, but you don't want to eat feet, okay.
Oh, batty.
Feet, they don't eat batty, but they eat back.
Oxtail you eat. Batty.
That's not batty. I'm still a big dish of Jamaica, you ready?
But you know what though? My grandparents told me that when they first went to England, they would go to the butcher shop because they went there in the 40s. So you never have supermarket where you go and buy your meat. You went to the butcher shop. So they would go to the butcher shop and ask for all the foot and all the tail and all that stuff. They didn't sell it.
No.
So they would go to the butcher shop and ask them to give them those things, and they would like give it to them, right? You see, like years later, they're selling that stuff.
Oxtail at the oxtail is like $900 a pound.
But in them days they used to throw it out.
Excuse me, have you ever had to sit and watch a person suck every toenail off a chicken foot?
Oh, that's
it.
No, they used to eat meat. Oh my God. Chicken foot are the nicest thing. How when you curry it? No, mercy. I'm gonna sit down there with a plate. I'm gonna go. Every single joint. You know the chicken foot.
Every joint.
And when you suck off that, oh my God.
I like chicken foot, but I hate the idea of it because I don't like the bone business.
Yeah.
And I hate having to spit out the bone and stuff. So.
Well, I'm a bones person. So
yeah, I am
wings
not a bones
and
person.
like
well, you used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody here eats bones.
Yeah.
Eats fish head.
Well, not everybody, but yeah. So the main difference,
except for Sprat.
Yes.
Sprat.
Yes.
Sprat, no, we eat.
Sprat when they fry that good.
Yeah,
but look here. You will take the bone out of sardine, but then nyam off half a head of whatever. Of course, it's the same thing with bone.
Sardine
not
won't
the
taste
same.
disgusting.
Tastes bad. The main difference is the spices and the seasoning. We have bland over here. We have spicy and nice over here, and then the foot versus
blonde and nice. Hello.
Bland and nice. All right. But you could have used like a jerk seasoning pan it, but okay, bland and nice, and then spicy and stuff, and then we'll have the foot, the skin, the everything, and then we'll have the tongue, the moldy cheese.
Yeah.
What other way do you think that he eat?
I got introduced to like mushrooms by his mom.
Yeah.
And she would like cook a whole pot of mushrooms and just put it on toast. Now, every time I went to England, she would give me this stuff when I come off the plane, and I did not have the nerve to say.
You never like it?
No, because I'm looking for meat with my bread.
Not
mushrooms.
Yeah.
Right?
But no, you eat that on its own. It's not crazy.
Right?
But back then, you must have been give a little chicken.
But can't be so polite. They like a lot of things in white sauce,
yes,
cheese sauce,
wetty,
and wetty, and
but
easy to go down.
We eat with deference to the food. Here in Jamaica, if you have a 10-inch plate, you have food 10 inches high. It is a wonder to me how anybody can eat off that plate and not one grain of rice drop on the table.
It's a skill.
Not one grain.
It's a skill. Okay, next up we have music.
I think we have similar tastes.
You do.
I mean, I love rock music. he loves reggae
Okay, but we're
music.
talking about the
But-
bog standard culture difference here.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm a
heavy metal.
Heavy metal addict from the 1970s, the Who, Led Zeppelin, them type of people. And I love their music.
But you like reggae?
I come here,
Not really. Not in
I
them days.
get into reggae a little, real reggae that is, like Burning
He
Spear.
can't stand
yeah.
I
dance.
can't all it's the same rhythm, which was called toasting in the old days. Now you call it something else. And all you do is change the lyrics to the
Yeah.
same bop 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 bop, bop 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 bop, bop 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 bop. There's no bass, nothing.
Yeah, but
It's awful.
But what about his pan the rhythm?
Well,
What
Who
about
about
his
it? There's
we
no musician,
agree
there's
with
one
some of the
computer.
dancehall. You have some dancehall that is good, right?
Yes,
but
you do.
I'm more like a reggae
Yeah,
person.
you're more
So
Yeah. Thank God.
in my younger days, I'd listen to like Bob Marley for sure, Peter Tosh, Burning Spear.
Berries?
No, because Barris was more like
Later on?
Yeah, but he's more like a love type of.
Yeah, true.
You know.
Yeah.
So I was really into the
You and I like Shabba.
yeah, so like when Peter Tosh said I'm gonna smoke it up in a Buckingham Palace, I was like, yes. When Kaya album came out with Bob Marley with a big spliff on it, yeah.
We're talking about music, babe.
I got me say,
Not the herb.
me want the original herb. Like, it's so like herb is a point. Like,
Well, actually, in
But-
this country, no,
but
it's
when
a
you-
valid point. In this country, herb and music go together.
yeah, they,
Yeah.
yeah.
They really,
Herb and
particularly when it
reggae
comes to
music.
reggae,
Yeah,
right?
'cause
Not so
it's
much dancehall.
conscious,
Yeah.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
yeah.
And a lot of the artists use it as like inspiration, I
Yeah,
guess. It brings
yeah.
them inspiration
When
and they
you
think
smoke
on a
and you
different
think
level
and
and
yeah.
meds and yeah.
Yeah.
Even in the old days in the 70s, when certain record producers had their artists on tour, one of the jobs would be to make sure they had a supply of herb. Because without that, the tour would have gone flat.
Yeah.
And they
yeah.
knew that.
Yeah.
So they had to smuggle, on behalf of their artist, all sorts of stuff.
Wow.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Cultural entertainment. So in Jamaica we do like plays, dance, session, them something there, whereas in the UK, what would you do? Go to like
Oh,
When it
we're going to the theater.
yeah.
The theatre, but and pantomime. The difference is here, from my point of view, you overact.
Yes.
In England, it's about the acting. In other words, the person on stage being the character. Here, it's much more the person on stage relating to the audience
Yes.
than it is to being the character.
Yes,
Right?
definitely.
So it is.
That's
Here,
a good way
it's
to
a
put it.
completely different
But
vibe.
it's the same with just Jamaicans on a whole.
We're
I mean,
over-
we're very expressive,
yes.
right? We look like we're arguing all the time.
You know, we're just chilling,
But
like-
we're just talking
Yeah.
and Hannah go all over the place. I mean, look, if you look back at the video, you'll
If
see
you
my
pause
hand,
now
you'll
and
see
fast
it.
forward it,
Yeah.
we're like,
And then you'll see Dad
Dad was just
sitting
like-
there.
sex.
Sex.
Male, female.
Exactly.
Are you for tag?
Basically,
So in
cultural
cultural differences. So I'm assuming when we go on our end top, whereas
Only because I was forced to buy your dad. I wasn't a head top person. I was very.
you learned.
I learned, but I was like,
So how is it
very, you
different?
see when your father said I was naive?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
because okay, with the Jamaican culture, there's just one way to have sex. Let's put
Yeah.
it like that. There's one way to have sex. Whereas I guess in the British culture you explore other things.
In
You
the
do
British
other
culture,
things.
there are 3 avenues to explore. In Jamaican culture, there's only one.
I think you know what?
That's a simple way
I
of
think
thinking.
I don't know about Jamaican or whatever, but I've had relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, with your father, it was more about me.
Please, and
With-
you reach it. Yeah.
With
I get
me,
it.
enjoying myself,
Yes.
having sex,
Mhm.
and things that I didn't even know existed, right?
Rock
But
on.
with my Jamaican relationship
Boring.
was about them
Yes.
and them
When them reach and that's it. Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Comment down below. La la God. Comment
What-
down below if you can relate to this.
Hold on, there's another side to it, is experience. Me start when me 11, you know, right? So that means by the time I reach Paula, there's not much
You're
I'm going
well
now.
seasoned.
Well
You marinate.
Long time.
And you know what?
However-
you were preparing for me.
I was,
Yes.
but you give and take. In other words, the reason why it's so good with you is because it's multicultural. It's multicultural, right? It's you and me, totally different.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cut.
Woof, where's the fan?
I was just thinking of
Okay.
this floor right here.
Alright,
Actually.
then cut. I'm hard. Next one is fashion.
What fashion?
Yeah.
This
when I
country
met
doesn't have
him,
any
I
fashion.
had to dress him.
Listen.
Oh my
What do you
god.
mean?
Daddy will wear. Oh, perfect example.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Stand up.
One pattern of one of your son, next pattern of one of bottom. Daddy will just fling on, just fling on. And whereas in Jamaica is more matchy. Whereas you know that is the opposite. Any
Because
pattern,
it's
any
all
pattern.
about me, not about what I'm wearing.
Yeah, the baba. Oh, okay. Alright, come.
So tell me, why you sing so low in the chair when we're...
Talking about
Everybody cringes when their parents talk about sex. What do you mean?
That's what Dad said.
I don't know.
You just,
I think.
you just don't want to picture your parents.
Yeah,
in
that's
that way.
weird. I mean, because me know what me go on with. And I'm like,
Well, where you go with, we double that.
Triple it.
okay. Next is respect. You brought up this point that respect in the Jamaican culture is like a major thing.
Used to be, and that's what
No,
I did.
still is.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
this-
You would have
This
to.
somebody.
Yeah. When I first came here, I never understood that. Well, first of all, my sense of humor insulted a lot of people because they didn't get me. And then the fact that regardless of what you said to somebody, as long as you said respect due, they didn't mind.
As in you actually said those words?
Yeah,
Oh,
because what you're doing by saying respect due is you're not insulting that person directly, right? It's just a general comment or whatever. And respect is a very important part because, for example, Jamaican women, well, in our day, did not sleep around as much at all, in fact. And a lot of that is due to respect.
Yeah.
Of
So
a woman,
it's
and
kinda-
a woman's own self-respect.
Respect is like built in from day one in this culture. With anything, like if you hear arguments happening in Jamaica or something, it's something like you diss me, you style me,
Yeah.
you can't style me, you know what I mean? So that's usually, so that's true. Whereas I guess in the English culture, like
It doesn't exist.
doesn't exist like that. So
No, I mean, if a girl wants to have sex, you have sex. I mean, there's no respect or whatever. I mean, that's it.
I mean, there's nothing about, oh, it's not good for you to do that or whatever.
yeah, it's just
like
different.
free to do
Yeah.
it. I mean, you came across that when you went to England to school
Yeah.
and they were having sex long
Just
before.
all over the place. It was just random everyone's.
Yeah.
That was very different for me when I went over. Very different. Next one is acceptance in both cultures. But I feel like you guys touched on this in the society thing, right?
Oh, acceptance of each other's culture. I.e. us respecting each other's culture. Though Paula may not agree with a lot of things that I like, and I may not agree with a lot of things she likes, We are open about it. We do not hide it. So many couples do, mixed or not. And that's half a problem, is that particularly in a mixed marriage, if you hide your culture to accommodate your partner's culture, you're messed up, right? It's not going to work.
Yeah.
You might as well just close the book and walk out on each other.
Yeah, because you're not all going to be the same. I mean, you're going to have differences, so I accept his differences, he accepts mine. Some of
I
them
mean, even
cultural.
now they'll have debates. 30 plus years later, they'll have like random debates. Like it could come out of nowhere. It could be like something happened on the news, and Daddy will have this opinion. No, Johnny, you can't say that. You know, and they'll go back and forth. But then at the end of it, they'll just say, "Well, you think that because you experienced this, whereas I experienced that," and then they just call it quits. And then after that, Daddy beg friend, him ever beg friend.
Well.
That's another thing. With Jamaica, them can vex for long enough.
Vex for long.
It's just not worth it. Any mixed couples out there, as a man, just don't argue, right? It's not worth it. If you win a point, you lose over at least 2 months. At least. They just don't talk. They just say morning, afternoon, go about your work.
Cool.
Yeah.
History and lineage.
Let me say.
Right? And for your dad and his family, it was all about how many hundreds of years, and they're very proud to say that they're one of the oldest families in England and so forth. Second oldest, yeah. And for me, I mean, I know as much as to my great-great-great-grandmother. And it's not written down, you know.
Everything is documented.
Yeah, it's not. We don't document anything here, and I think it has a lot to do with slavery and being displaced, and a lot of us didn't know how to read and write.
I was just gonna say, if they could write,
we couldn't document anything.
Yes,
so it was through stories.
Yes.
But then, if you tell stories, after a while, the story changes.
Chinese telephone.
So a lot of it is lost. But thank God for like, for example, Kumina and Revival and things like that.
Big up Minister of Culture.
Yeah, but with those people who have kept those things going over the years, that's how we can even keep in touch with some of our roots.
Yes.
Right? And it was conditioned in our mind that if you come from Africa, I mean, when I went to Canada, I was like one of 7 black kids in my junior high school. And there's this guy, and they constantly, whoo, 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 whoo.
Monkey.
So they make you feel like coming from Africa was like the worst thing ever. You know what I mean? And you weren't taught that, boy,
to be proud.
Yeah, and this is a country that has produced so much.
It's more celebrated now, but I think that's because the new generation has allowed for, like, there's no shame, there's no nothing in this game. And also too, I feel like with certain things, like for example YouTube and stuff like that, where, you know, young people in the black community are able to make money and stuff more, it kind of level out certain things, and it's like there's no longer a case where only certain type of people were at the top, and I think that's helped them to feel more confident.
It's entirely up to you to record what you know and start the history. That is how my ancestors started it 1,000 odd years ago. They didn't just suddenly do it overnight. They started way behind. So yes, there's no history that you can find beyond a certain date, but there's history that you have that you're not using.
So start now.
Start now.
We touched on clothes, but in terms of bright colors, and Jamaicans love to make a statement, as opposed to the British who, for example, you don't wear certain colors during winter, and you stick to these greys and black.
Because it's freaking cold. You can't exactly wear a Hawaiian shirt.
Like summer is like the bright colors. Winter time, you get burgundies, you get black, you get nudes, that's what it is in England. Yeah,
but they don't really, except if you live in London or that time.
And you're part of fashion. Like
you wear bright colors and stuff, but regular British people, it's like either like a white top or a blue top. It's like solid color.
And no pattern and
and no lots of patterns and stuff, you know? Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you do, yeah. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed.
She hopes that you enjoyed the episode and you'll like and follow her channel. Okay?
That's right. So, hope you guys enjoyed the different culture differences. Hope you guys enjoyed the culture differences between the British and the Jamaican culture. Hope you guys like the fact that they were able to identify it and also put it into perspective for you guys within their relationship and their marriage and society overall. If you have not seen part 1, the link will be down below. They basically discussed being in an interracial marriage in society and being accepted or not, being disinherited, etc, etc. Check out the link down below, and I think that's it, right? Do remember to like, comment, subscribe, and
what about when in their culture, in terms of the man having to come and ask for the hand? That is not something Jamaicans do.
No, but I raised our daughters in such a manner that they would expect their men to do that.
That's what I'm saying, because we did it, like, I swear.
That's not something that Jamaican people do.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Well,
is that like,
you should ask.
Yes,
ask
comment down below if is it a Jamaican thing for a man to ask their girlfriend's dad's permission to get married, or is that just a British thing? I don't know. Comment down below. I think it may be in the Jamaican culture from the British, seeing that we were once ruled by them, so it may be in some parts of Jamaica like that, but I'm not sure. Comment down below.
And how many of you are married?
Yeah.
That actually happened, where your husband went and asked your father
for blessings
for your hand.
Stuff,
And how important is marriage? Because it doesn't seem to be important now.
I mean, it's perspective.
No, I think the younger ones nowadays are getting married and in serious relationships.
That's because they want to make
with
money
the men.
and not have babies.
Even with the young men now, they're taking on responsibility.
Will you close your mouth? It's damn rude.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in another video. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, welcome back to channel.
Hi, I'm Grandma.
I'm Mia.
I'm Grandpa.
Welcome to our home.
Welcome in the home.
Yes. So, what are you doing today? Tell them what you're doing today. Are you watching something today?
Yeah.
What are you watching?
Mom phone.
Mommy phone.
You wanna pee?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, come.